Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid Season 3, Episode 29. Currently we're quite tired, unfortunately. And I actually want to take a look at some of this stuff, but not too much. It's just going to be duct tape and stuff that we're not going to be basically doing much here. And main reasoning is I've gotten tired of constantly fending off wave after wave of zombies that really doesn't seem to be lowering in any regard. And yes, I may kill everything around us, but within 10 to 20 in-game hours, even before that, you can actually end up with hordes that are so massive and so unrelenting. Even if you don't leave the area, it's just not worth it anymore. This area is supposed to be somewhat safe. Well, I can guarantee you this is not safe. But I do know of one area that I can go to that will give me a really good fighting chance to avoid having to deal with this. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I do have a test world. It's not like a full test world. It's kind of it's basically the same settings as this, but it's kind of odd. I have it so... No, wait. I have it set up so I don't get infected, but that's just so I can actually run around and do stupid, risky things. And I was actually using that for kind of building up my skill in fighting, because I was having a lot of issues as well. But one of the things I could do is I could actually test out areas that were either going to be too dangerous to build in, or if it was actually going to be viable to do so. And I found a nice place that I really want to live in. It's not that I want to live in it, it just might be the only place I can go to right now. So what we're going to need is a full kit of just about everything. Also, funny enough, I have figured out that, yes, tools or weapons that get a name for them are considered indestructible. I have killed, I think it was like 512 undead with a butter knife that just had a name on it. And I know that is not possible under normal circumstances. So hooray, we have an infinitely killing weapon of stabbiness. And so we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about our weapons constantly breaking, or at least some of them. But I am going to need to have quite a bit of stuff here. Did I ever get tent pegs? I think I may have tossed all my tent pegs. Yeah. Lots and lots of barrels. Good news is they don't weigh a lot. Oh, they weigh a lot, but they store a lot. And we're just basically packing up and moving. This area is too hostile to live in anymore. And we'll come back here in, say, 90 days. Because at that point, I'm pretty sure the spawning mechanic should stabilize. Because I think that's what's kind of biting me here. I made the spawning mechanic too delayed. Because I was thinking, yeah, they're going to just keep spawning on the outreaches and they'll slowly move in. But no, they're just spawning even in areas that I've already been to. And it's quite noticeable. So, yeah. I'm going to be solving this. Not an easy way, but it's gonna have to be. And it actually gives me a reason to kind of move around. And it also put me slightly closer to town, in a sense that I'm able to get to and from town a lot easier. which is something that, funny enough, I'm basically in the middle of town, and it's so difficult to get to town in this little setup. And we're going to need lots and lots of lumber. Though technically we don't need the lumber, it's just going to make my work a little bit easier. And I think I was a carpenter as well, so it may have been a little bit easier for me to build or start building. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue for me right now. We have plenty of space here. We have plenty of axes. In fact, we have an axe down here at some point. I'm pretty sure I dropped a good axe that doesn't break even if you use it. Hooray. Yeah, in fact, I think it's right in here. Yep. Yeah, the stout axe. So that axe will never break. Ever. Or at least to my best knowledge. I'm pretty sure a butter knife isn't supposed to be able to just outkill. Though it might be unique to the butter knife, I've also noticed that this machete has not lost any durability, and I've killed several hundreds with it. So that kind of gives me the good feeling that I'm probably going to be okay doing it. And that also means the screwdrivers, though I don't think the screwdrivers get destroyed from just being used, but for their intended use. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we have all this loot, and as you see, I've already looted all this, and you see so many corpses that I just haven't looted again. Even after all that effort. It's just depressing. Wait, is this the full of water? Nope. These are empty. I actually want to fill all this stuff because we're gonna be hurting once the water goes out. Cardboard boxes. Yeah. Let's load this up. Yeah, we're basically just going to have to live out of town. And we're actually going to an area that literally is so far out of town that there are no spawns. So we're not going to have to worry about too much. The tiredness, I don't think I can do too much about that right now. But, okay. Come on. Fill. Strapped canteens. Fill. Empty bottle. Fill. Empty bottle. Fill. Bowl. Might as well take all this. No point in keeping it there anymore. We're basically abandoning this area, which I kind of hate to do because it's a good base, but we don't have the ability to kind of restructure it. We can't rebuild anything that's been lost, and that's just going to be hindering us until we finish what we're doing. Put water bottles in here. The Glock, I think we have, yeah, it's got a silencer and everything. We're pretty good on that. I would like to have more rope. Where was that? Oh, apparently someone was carrying quite a bit of cash on them. I'm just doing this now for, I don't know, it's pretty much habit now. Probably not a good habit, but oh well. Yeah, the, what is it? The bulk storage containers, for water, these IBCs, yeah. Those are actually really useful for storing large amounts of water. And we should have buckets. So, I'm gonna go fill those up. Yeah, we're starting to get a little slow. Tiredness isn't a fun thing, but I probably want to take these hinges. Oh, perfect. I actually need exactly that to build a door. Fill buckets. Might as well since the water's still on. Fill buckets. This area is still not safe. I just can't afford to take any more of this lumber or anything. It's just too hazardous, and chopping the trees just draws more. So we're just gonna leave. This is Project Exodus. And I also found out that it's a little bit smart to keep the keys inside the vehicle. But right now, this vehicle's kind of too bogged down to worry about that. I think I have the car key. This car key is to here. Right? Yep. Yeah. Come on. Stab. Yes, I know. Stabby stab. Now, what does he have? Nothing. Anything in here? I just need to keep an eye out now because, again, even after clearing this out, it's just less and less safe over time. I can leave that. This is a tool bag, so I'm going to definitely be taking this. Let's see. I just have to keep an eye out. It's getting closer to night, but it's not yet night, and I don't want to be falling asleep before I need to. But my guy's exhausted. Oh, we're actually running out of room. Well, I guess this will probably be the last. Let's just toss all this on the floor. It doesn't really need to be here. And I could actually use this as a secondary bag. My supply pack. We have fresh food. Let's eat all of this. Might as well. Doesn't really help with hunger, but might as well. And we'll come back after a few months in game. Stab. Oh, flashlight. I can actually use that. And the sheet ropes and stuff like that we can get eventually at some later time. No point in doing it right now, but we're going to need to sleep a long time here. We do need the ropes though. Of everything, the rope is kind of, all this stuff is really essential. I might have to run down here at some point and get the other vehicle, but for now, I'm just going to have to leave it as is. Yeah. Get this stuff emptied out, and we'll be good. It's a little early, but my guy's so exhausted, it's gonna be too much of a nuisance if I don't rest. And we're gonna have a long day ahead of us. So, before I go to bed, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to grab anything that I can easily store in here. Like anything I can actually use. Charcoal, I'm not sure what the use for that. I do know some use for it. Litter fluid, definitely want to take that. Tin can, more or less, is kind of useless. Wire, not so much. Wire does have some use, but only later on. Oh, I didn't read these? Might as well. No point in not reading it. The empty gas cans, I'm taking them primarily because we can go, we're actually going to be near a, what is it? I can't remember what it's called. Gas station. I'll probably take the chisel just because of the tool. Mason trowel. Nails. Might as well. Again, all this stuff is kind of useful, but... not sure what else I can do with that. We are going to need clay at some point. I kind of realized this later on. Charcoal. This stuff is not really useful, but a little useful, so I'm going to take it. Don't really know what else here that's useful. Starting fluid, I do know, kind of has a few uses to it. I think that can be used for starting some fires. Twine, I know, is good. We have a lot of ammunition. Well, not a lot. But we have enough that we probably want to keep that. What does this use? 45? I'll take the 45. Everything else I can just kind of leave here because there's no point. Oh. 12 gauge is pretty good. I'll take the 12 gauge. This is canned foods. This is basically what we're going to be relying on for a long period of time, so I'm going to have to take this. But I don't want to be bogged down too heavily before I have to leave. Or if I go to sleep. So what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to drop this big hiking bag. And that just makes it a little bit easier if I have to move. Anything here that I can use? Glock 21. This is a Glock 21, isn't it? Yeah. I'll grab one more of these. Because I think, yeah, they're empty, but I can actually reload that. It's just good before I go to sleep. At least we still have power. There we go. Reload that. Just in case we need extra weapons. I can actually... I'll leave that in here for now. But the rest of the rounds can go in here. And I'm pretty sure I emptied everything here. Correct? Everything emptied? Looks like it. Emptied. Emptied. I could take that, but I'm not too interested in it, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay. And let's rest. 11 hours. Sure, why not? And we'll leave that. I'll be right back. And I am back. At least for a bit. The episode's just about near its end, so we'll see. So far I haven't heard too much. I do need to remember to grab the shovel because that's one of those things I need. Okay. Let's wait off on that for a second. Oh. By whatever divine... Door is gone now. Okay, well, apparently I can't be, here anymore. See, this is one of the things I really just don't like is now I have no door. After all that effort, I now have no door. And that was the last safe spot I had. At least here. Luckily, I do have the next place, and that's kind of one of the reasons I have to leave. Because I can't replace that door anymore. There's no feasible method of me repairing that door. Oh well. Surprised it didn't wake up. Probably gonna need that thread too. Just for many reasons. Ugh. Don't need most of this stuff. That's just great. Now we have one less door to work with. Yeah, I'll take that stuff. Oh, can't carry it. Oh well, I'll just leave it then. I didn't just leave this area more than a minute, and they're already starting to take over again. Stab. Any of you have a weapon or anything? Oh yeah, isn't there a shotgun down here? And I think these... Yeah, these have tools in them, so I'm gonna need to grab these. 2 tent pegs. Okay, I need the tent pegs because I'm gonna be making a tent at some point. How much room does this have left? It's got less than 20, but let's see. How much is this way? I'm guessing I can't put this in here, can I? Nope. Kinda expected that. But I can put as much of this stuff in here as possible. And just put as much as that I put as much of that as I can into that. And now I'll just try to fill up with one of these at least. I'll probably take this one. Yeah. Now it's time to head out. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you enjoy watching, like, subscribe for more. Have a nice day. See you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you for watching. For more content, check out my channel. If you wish to support my channel, check out my Patreon. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates.